Welcome to In This Season podcast, where we unpack the most empowering conversations, have exclusive and inspirational interviews, and host special events. Join Tammy, some call her Butterfly, and explore life's purpose by learning how to embrace each season of your life with confidence, strength, and purpose. Whether you're blooming in the spring, or shining in the summer, or embracing change in the fall, or gracefully hibernating in the winter, get ready to be inspired. Join us right here on this season of In This Season podcast with your host, The Butterfly. It's time, no matter what season it is.
Good morning, beautiful people. How are we doing on this rainy Friday morning? Miss Brenda Davis is in the house with us. She says, good everything, everyone. Happy Friday. I'm going to say happy Friday. How is it going? How was your yesterday? Big Mike is in the house, says, good morning, everyone. KL, good morning. How are you doing? Welcome back, my brother. Welcome back. We missed you. We were wondering about you. So he's back. And there is Brandon. Good morning.
Good morning.
How's it going?
Going good. How are you?
Good.
You look
ready?
so small.
You all right?
Yeah, you look so small over there. Let me get down. There we go.
I need to let my thing up here.
Yeah, let me see a little bit more.
Hold on. Let's see. Oh, then, okay, I'll sit. Is that better?
Yeah, that's better. Real better.
Is that better?
Uh-huh.
Come up a little bit.
You look good.
All right. Y'all ready? KL, you've been missing in action. Didn't do this right this morning, so we just got to get a little bit of it. Y'all ready? And we're going to get y'all out of here. Come on.
All the time.
Come on. It's Friday.
It is Friday.
KL probably saying, what is going on? It's Brenda, Big Mike. Come on, Brandon. I see you trying to get into it. Come on. Okay. It's okay. Walk into the dust. Right? Pimpin' wearing you wearing the pimp. Come on. Gotta get on the beat. With shoulder. All right, there you go.
Nice.
Go on, Brandon. All right, y'all got that groove on?
No.
Got that groove out, in or out? Come on. Oh, I love that song. What?
Just so boring. Ooh, I love it.
Hey, it's the season, y'all. This is the season to be jolly. All the time. All right. So, Mark Walker, morning. Good to see you back, my brother. I know you've been chiming in, I think, after the show, but it's so good to have you here live. Brenda Davis says, good morning, KL. You were missed. Glad you are back. Yeah, we talked you back up, KL. All right, Brandon, let's get our Instagram fam in. See what we can do here, and we're going to try to get you guys on and off. In and out, I guess I should say. Brandon and I. Brandon, are we still on for breakfast, all of us?
Yeah.
Brandon? Okay.
Can you hear me?
All right. Brandon and I are going to breakfast this morning. And Daughter in Love as well.
Yeah.
So looking forward to that.
So welcome, everybody.
All right. So
we got Instagram up.
Let me see. I think I did something wrong there.
Now
we should be. Crazy. Yesterday, I don't know, my coffee was, I made it twice. And I just poured it out. I think I kind of felt like I was coming down with something yesterday. I don't know. Because the coffee is fine today. It's the same coffee, but I poured 2 batches of coffee out yesterday. It just didn't taste right. So I'm thankful for a good cup of coffee this morning, y'all. So
Me too. Me too. And I got a full cup, so very happy. But welcome
yeah,
everybody to this in this season podcast on this beautiful, slightly rainy in Memphis, still a little bit cloudy Friday day here in Memphis, and wherever you are from, let us know how that weather is. Are you able to walk the ducks outside, or you gonna keep it inside and groove with us? But thank you in either case for letting us be a part of your morning routine. You could be anywhere in the world right now. You could be asleep in your bed. You might still be asleep in your bed, or just half asleep in your bed, cuddled up, and you welcomed us into that beautiful space by joining us today. So thank you. We appreciate it. We're grateful for you. Do us a solid and like this video on YouTube. If you're on Facebook Live watching this after the fact, again, we go live every single morning at 7 a.m. But if you are watching this live after the fact, please go over to the YouTube, or if you're watching it right now, go over the YouTube and like this video, like the other videos if you can, and subscribe to the channel. And if you want, turn on the notifications so you're notified every time at 7 a.m. When we go live, and make us a part of your morning routine. So we are here to go through the book Daily Motivations for African American Success, a 1992 publication by Dennis Kimbro. That's him right there. The book is called Daily Motivations for African American Success, and this book will help you focus on the thoughts, attitudes, and deeds that will lead to the achievement of your true goals. And 365 short, powerful motivations, one for each day of the year. Dennis Kimbro, author of the popular Think and Grow Rich, A Black Choice, leads us to discover how to use the present moment and our own gifts to transcend labels, cultivate a positive attitude, become wise enough to know when to say yes and when to say no, and to look inward for answers to life's challenges. Each motivation begins with words of wisdom from such distinguished and celebrated African Americans as Malcolm X, Marion Wright Elderman, Whoopi Goldberg, Charlene Hunter Galt, Bill Cosby, Carl Rowan, Mother Hale, Reverend Leon Sullivan, and hundreds of others. This treasure trove of practical inspiration will give you fresh encouragement every day of the year, but what it teaches will last you a lifetime. And so far, we have gone through 225 of these, and today is our 226th day. So shout out and salute to you, Mom, the butterfly herself, for holding this thing down for 226 days. Hats off to you, and welcome everybody.
okay.
Her and this dang music. This is beautiful.
Say
Go
shout
ahead.
out to me. Hey,
Shout out to you.
that's right. Sip a cup of coffee.
I got you. I'll take that.
I'm
Every
on,
time you do it, I'm gonna sip my
y'all. I'm
coffee.
telling y'all, I'm on
There you
a
go.
high. I don't know what's going on, but I'm just on
Hey,
a
if I can
high
sip my
about
coffee,
life,
I'll groove.
love, right, living, just giving, right. I'm just, when you know that you know that you know that you know, you feed the ducks, right? Okay, Brandon, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Hey, take your shout out, baby. Take your flowers. While you here, smell them too.
It's a choice, y'all. I've been studying and talking about like the mindset and how I put that video out there for you guys. I found another one, or somebody shared another one with me, and so I've been just really, really contemplating the mindset, right? What I put out and what I'm expecting to attract. Like, right, honey attracts bees, right?
Yeah.
Whatever. Find yours, find your whatever attracts. But just think about your mindset, right? Are you attracting the things that you want out of this life? What do you want? So I'm just on this high this morning and I'm loving it. I couldn't sleep last night. I was just like, whatever, I'm just gonna get up and work. So of course, when I did finally fall asleep, which was probably about 3:30, an alarm went off at 5:20. But it's all good.
Yeah, I feel like as soon as you put your head down, sometimes
Yeah,
you wake right back up. Man, I
yeah,
slept great last night.
yeah.
I actually started falling asleep on the couch, and
That's a good sleep.
yeah, it's
Whew.
like good sleep. It's like, man, your body's finding the sleep. It's like you don't even It's not a choice. It's just a, I don't know,
Yeah. Mm,
just something that happens to you. So sleep came upon me. I didn't go to sleep. Sleep went to me.
yeah.
Um, but it
Especially
was a
if you
good
got the
time.
right couch, right? If you got that couch that,
Yeah. I
whew,
got that soft recliner. Yeah, I
yes.
was good. I was good. But y'all, we're gonna jump right into this. If you haven't gotten the book, please go get the book. You can buy it on Amazon and mostly online since this is a 1992 publication, but it's a very cheap book. I won't say cheap book, it's a discounted book for the amount of value that it provides to life. So a very low cost book, but a very high value book as well. So this is Daily Motivations for African American Success. It includes inspirations from famous African American achievers, witticisms, meditations, and thoughts to ponder, inspire, teach, and dream. So, any more updates, Mom, before I jump into this reading?
Um, Nothing other than, yesterday finding out that your friend is the uncle of my new person, our new person at
Oh,
work.
oh,
Yeah. I was
hey,
telling Jimmy about
shout
that.
out to Omari
Amari.
Boyd. Actually, I got one of my teammates in here on the Instagram, but Omari Boyd, uh, uh, Glory Kickboxing champion, and also a teammate of mine, a fellow instructor at law school MMA, but former Glory kickboxer, still incredible kickboxer. And come to find out, Mom, you want to tell that story?
So yeah, well, y'all remember when I was out of town earlier this week? This is the young lady. So she's going through training this week. Um, and somehow I don't know how it came up, but she mentioned the name Amari. This is the same little girl that went to Arkansas, was in Arkansas at the same time that I mentioned. She's like, she's gonna go out, and I'm like, girl, sit down because I won't be able to go to sleep with you being out and about, in Arkansas or whatever. So she mentioned Amari, and I was like, Amari, what's his last name? And Boyd or something like that, Brandon. And I
Mhm.
said, I think I know him. I think I know them. I think my son knows him. And so she showed me a picture, and it's her uncle. So of all, I mean, it was just wow. She was like, I can't believe we're family. So she's a young lady, so funny, has become really like a little daughter to me because there's so many little kooky things that we have alike. Um, I have to share something else with you, Brandon, off of here that we might have to set up.
Uh-oh.
I
All right.
know.
Well, I already know what it's about when you start talking
Yeah,
like
and
that.
probably
What you
know who
said,
it is, right?
probably,
Yeah,
probably.
yeah. But I
But
just thought that was so interesting.
Memphis in general is a big city but a small town, right? So like everybody knows everybody. It's only a couple degrees of separation between any one person. If Memphis can really figure that out, and like most cities and most urban communities, if we can figure out just how interconnected we are, I think a lot less trouble would come about, a lot less animosity from different sides of town, and just the craziness that comes with craziness that comes with sometimes poverty stricken environments. You know what I mean? If we can
Yeah,
just remember that we're all one tribe, we really
yeah,
are.
yeah,
Um, and we all come from the same place. There's a reason that God chose the people that live next to you to live next to you. Out of all the people in the world, the people, your neighbors, the people next to you, out of 8 billion people in the world, that's the person that God chose to live next to you. That was his decree. It's not random, right? A lot of people think that God is uninvolved in our circumstances, or not attentive, and but no, God is literally changing the dials on every single thing at every single moment. So everything that you see is in purpose in some way. And that purpose can change and grow. And God even he knows what happened, what is happening, what's going to happen, and what could have happened had other choices been made, right? So that's just part of his knowledge. And one of those things is the interconnectivity um, of everyone that's on this earth, but most importantly, the people in close proximity to you. So let's keep everybody. Let's know the miracles that are beside us every day, right? We lose our neighborhood when we stop being neighbors. We lose our democracy when we don't know our neighbors, right? We allow people and ideologies to get between us, and we lose the humanity and the compassion, and we lose the relationships that could have been built, the symbiotic relationships, meaning both parties benefit when we forget those things. So go get to know your neighbors, and because ain't no telling, they could be family, right?
Yeah. Brandon, I think that it becomes, life seems to be so personal now. If it's like this, we serve a big God that makes your life seem so, your circle so small and intimate. Like the
Mm.
connecting of people. If you guys may not have heard these stories, the young girl in Walmart who I found out is my cousin in Atlanta, who just so happened to end up in the same barbershop with one of my cousins who could meet one of her needs to answer one of her prayers with her son. Um, and by the way, y'all go out and check Mr. Tyson Tasha's son's drum video where he's playing his drums. Y'all go out. I posted
Yeah,
it. Brandon, you got to see it, right?
yeah, he's
Man,
amazing.
Tyson is he's evolving. So there's so many things that it's happening that, like Brandon is speaking about, and I believe, like you said, I think yesterday, they happen all the time. We're just not available with those spirit eyes to see. So God is so in your business. He is so in your business. And if you will get out of your business will thrive. Right? Get out of your business and get into God and let him handle it. I was in my thoughts night before last about a decision that I'm contemplating that I have to make, and I'm talking to God. I was like, I'm afraid. I'm afraid because if I turn left here and you wanted me to turn right, then here I go again, right? And I'm like, how do you know? Because sometimes I just don't know if I'm making the right decision. Yeah, I heard the sweet voice said, if you go left, I already knew you were gonna go left. But I said I'll never leave and forsake you. So if you go left, trust me, I'm already there. And we'll get back to where we needed to be. That's a beautiful thing to hear. Never heard that one before. I would always, when I'm asking, Lord, am I doing the right thing? I didn't get anything. And I just either do nothing or still do, what I think is right. And sometimes we'll never know, you guys. We'll never know because when God's doing one thing, he's doing a lot of things for a lot of people. It ain't just about me. So maybe the turn left was just a detour to help somebody see, just a detour to help me see. So, all right,
Right.
Brandon, let's get into this.
Okay. I'm gonna say this
Okay.
last thing too. And God is so perfect to where your left turn could be, even though you might think it's not, you might be like, this isn't where I wanted to go, but it was the perfect detour for where you needed to go. And that was the perfect timing for your arrival, maybe in someone else's life, or in order to
Mm,
do something else. And it's just interesting to me how God can be so perfect to where everyone's need is met
next.
with every single situation at the same time. Like I think I've said this before, if the earth were just 2 inches closer to the sun, we would not be able to inhabit this space. It would be too hot for us. If it was 2 inches further away from the sun, this earth would be too cold for us to inhabit. But it's perfectly placed in an orbit, perfectly placed to where all 8 billion of us, and not only that, but the trillions of animals and plant life, trillions upon trillions that live on this earth, it's perfectly placed for them. So that the placement of the heavens and the earth wasn't just for you, and likewise the decree of God isn't just like your string in the ball of yarn that we call, consciousness and life's experience wasn't just for you. It was for the entire ball, but we are greater than the sum of our parts. So it's just something to think about, just how perfect God is. And it's really comforting to know that wherever I go, God is already there. But am I seeking God, or am I seeking this world? Do I love this world more than I love than I love God, right? We have to rid ourselves of that, right? Are we more attached to this world or
Mm.
to pleasing our Lord, right? And there's a word called wahan, and it's weakness, and it's a term that means weakness. Um, the basically the disciples of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, the companions of him asked, "What is wahan?" And he said, "It's when you love this world." It says when you when you fear death and love this world, it's weakness.
When
When
you
you fear,
feel,
hmm when
say
like
that again.
basically you love. I'm trying to translate. When you love, like basically it says, why will the believers be weak? And talking about a future time, they're talking about like closer and closer to Judgment Day,
Hmm.
that the believers will start to be eaten up in a sense by these evil forces, right?
Hmm.
These yeah, basically these evil forces that are trying to divide and conquer them and kill them and make people go to uh, being unrighteous, right? And to do evil upon one another. And the companions asked, why would they do this? Like, how will the believers be, you know, suffer in this way in the future in some cases? And he said, because of wahan. He said, well, what is wahan? They said. And he said, it's weakness. It's weak, and the weakness comes from loving this world and hating death, or fearing the idea of death. Meaning, we imagine basically wanting to stay comfortable and not being able to, sometimes you got to risk something to save something, right? You have to risk something to save
Yeah.
something. Moses risked his life to save the Hebrews. Jesus risked his life to preach the gospels. Mary risked her life, to even have Jesus in a space to where women could get stoned for having babies out of wedlock, creating bastards, they said, right? You got to risk something. But if you love this world and you fear death, which is a creation of God, right? Some people fear death more than they fear God. And that is a weakness. That is a weakness. Dr. Martin Luther King said, I might not make it there with you, but mine eyes have seen the promised land. Mine eyes have seen the coming of the Lord, he said in Memphis, Tennessee, right? He said, I'm not afraid. You know what I mean? That's a certain type of power. That's a
Hmm.
certain type of strength. And we should look to that as an example to try to exude and be exemplary in being like that, because if we had that in our men, if we had that in our women as they raise the children, if we had that, we wouldn't have issues that we have now. We might not need as many police. We might not need all these services, right? Because people will be taking care of their responsibilities. We wouldn't need all the social services. We wouldn't need to. Uh, we wouldn't need these huge organizations to go feed people, because everybody that had more than they needed would feed the ones that had less than they needed. So altogether, we can take care of each other, but we concede so much power into other places, to organizations, instead of taking up the responsibility of our own proximity. And that's what I was speaking about earlier: is take care of what you see around you. If you don't like the trash that's sitting on the street, go pick it up. Be an example. You know, if you don't like the music that's out there being made right now, don't complain about it. Make some good music. You know what I mean? So you got to cut the juice. All right, but let's get into it before we put a whole show on this.
We
Right,
already
Mom?
had. Yep,
I
we're
know,
good.
right? All right, so today's reading now at 7:25, so we're gonna get them out of here today. We're gonna make it short.
We are. We are. Yeah.
Is Get the Picture? Question mark. The title today is Get the Picture. Whitney Houston and Bobby Brown, when they were newlyweds, said, "We can finally say that we're in love. We can finally say that we're in love." Rest in peace, Whitney. August Wilson, the highly acclaimed playwright, wrote, "All you need in the world is love and laughter. That's all anybody needs." Vanessa Williams, the former Miss America, agrees. She says, Love is the fairest flower that blooms in God's garden. Everyone needs love. The more you give, the more comes back to you. A wealthy man died, apparently without leaving a will. Consequently, according to law, the estate was to be divided up among his cousins, who were his next of kin. Also, as prescribed by law, the deceased's household goods and personal belongings were to be converted into cash at a public auction. During the sale, the auctioneer tried to sell a framed photograph, but no one bid on it. Later, a shabbily dressed old woman approached the auctioneer and asked if she might purchase the picture for $1, which was all she had. She said it was a photograph of the deceased man's only son. She went on to say that she had been a servant in the deceased's household when the boy lost his life trying to rescue a drowning person. She had loved the son very much. The auctioneer accepted the $1, and the woman went home and placed the photograph on a table beside her bed. One evening, she noticed a bulge in the back of the frame. She pulled the picture apart, and there, to her amazement, was the rich man's will. The instructions in the will were simple. I bequeath all my possessions to the individual who cares enough for my son to cherish this picture. Love is an unusual game. There are either two winners or there are none. And our affirmation for today on this title of Get the Picture is I am loved and I give love freely. Again, I am loved and I give love freely. Over to you, Mom.
Brandon, all I have on this one is I'm going to repeat a few things from what you just read. Um, all you need in the world is love and laughter, right? Everyone
Mm-hmm.
needs love. The more you give, the more comes back to you. And then I'll go to the last sentence. There are either two winners or there are none, right?
Mm-hmm.
There, and I'm going to add to this, there are either many winners or there are none, right? And so love is the greatest of them all. And I'm going to tell you guys without a doubt in my mind, the more you fall in love with God, the more you fall in love with yourself, and the more love you have for people, even the people that you want nothing to do with. You realize that even though you might not want to spend day to day with them, that you love them. And if you give people a little bit of what they need, if you find out what they need and how they need it, and if you try to understand why they need it, what is it that their soul is looking for, their spirit is crying out for, where did they get stuck? And if you give them a little bit of what they think they need, it will be enough. So love on people, you guys. Love yourself because you cannot give anything that you don't have for yourself. So love you, love God, love you, right? So that you can love people. Because that is what the world is missing today, love and laughter, connection, feeling like people value them, see them, right? So that's all I have, Brandon. Get the picture. I guess I would say get the picture,
Yeah,
the
get
big
the
picture.
picture. Get the picture. And I think I really like that. I don't really have anything to add to that. I think I want to leave it there. I think the pastor said enough. I think it takes more time for contemplation. I think sometimes, I don't want y'all to get lost in our insights and miss the picture or the insights that could come upon you just from listening. So listen to that story, and I hope you get the picture.
Yeah.
That's all I
Um,
got for you.
okay. So, Brandon, I do want to bring up really quickly, you guys start pondering and contemplating your presence at the documentary. We're going to finalize a date this weekend. We were thinking October the 16th. It is not. We cannot do it that
We were
day.
thinking the 18th.
I mean, was it 18? 18
Mm-hmm.
or 16? Okay. But that one is out because I did go see the room. It is not available, and where they were going to move us, I don't want to be there. So I'm going to wait for this room. But I'll check. Brandon and I will check some dates and give you a solid date. But hopefully, still in October. If not, then first week of November. Right. So start contemplating that. We want you here. Want you there. Right. For anyone who can come, but we'll give more information on that. I'll post the information that you sent me, Brandon. I'll post that on today's link. Also, you didn't send me your Cash App, but I'm gonna share it anyway. Somebody might want to bless you $1 or two. No,
I
nothing.
sent the other one instead
Right,
of
I
mine.
know. Right, I know. Um, but
For
it's
the people.
okay. People, it is what it is. We'll
Yeah,
put them both out there.
whatever, sure.
And yeah, so we'll take it from there. Y'all contemplate. Get the big picture today. It didn't say the big picture. Get the picture. I won't put a size on it because it doesn't need one. So get the picture. Get the picture today, right? Live your best life so that you can be love, share love on people, you know, take a detour that's not a detour, right? Brandon, I love
Yeah.
the way you put that in perspective today. So all right, this is how we're going to go out. I'm going to check the comments. Monique did come in with us. I don't know if I got to say good morning to her. I think I did, but if I didn't, good morning to you. Thank you again for rocking with us. See you pretty soon here
Mm-hmm.
in Georgia. And if we don't have anything else, Brandon, are you good over there?
I'm good on this side, man. I appreciate
Y'all
y'all
know
so
what
much.
y'all know what we got to do, right?
we gotta feed the ducks. I gotta
We got
sip
to
my
get the
coffee.
pictures. Come on. Feed them ducks, Miss Brenda. Rock it on out of you. Even Mike can't get out this morning. Y'all can dance today.
Man, y'all, we appreciate y'all so much for joining us on this 226 days. Thank y'all.
There we go. There we go.
Go ahead. I turned it down so they could hear you.
Oh, my earphone had went out, so I thought I had lost y'all for a minute. But thank y'all. If you can, go to the In the Season podcast on YouTube, like this channel, subscribe to the channel, like this video, go back and like all the videos. We got 226 of them now. I'm sure there's something that you can find that can lift you up today. And make sure you share those affirmations with others, with your loved ones, with the people inside of your circle. And we'll see you next time, 7 a.m. on In the Season podcast. Love you. Peace.